I first pulled up to Ravenswood, it was kind of intimidating. It was a pretty large place. I didn't expect it to really be that big. And on the outside, it was kind of just creepy looking, you know. It was.
It was kind of intimidating to know that we were going to have to go in there and investigate, and I was just worried about having enough time to cover the whole area.
When we got inside, the place was beautiful. Architect and everything. There's so many antiques and stuff from all around the world that's in there. So it was really cool feeling, really good experience.
The house here is built in 1880 by Nadine and Charles Leonard. They originally only had one son in the house who lived with them. The farm here is actually founded in 1825, generation before the house was built. They bought 2,000 acres from the government. We still have all the original 2,000 acres today. The original family still owns it. We still have all the original furnishings inside the house. This room right here we call the parlor, and this is the only room the house still has original wallpaper and everything. This is where the women would come during the parties, and this is the room the women would stay in. Nadine would play at her piano there. I had the family portraits all around the wall here, and the cool thing about that is if you walk down the hall, if you take a look at the eyes and all the pictures, they follow you wherever you go.
Oh my God, they do. Oh my God, they do. That is too cool.
Yeah, and I mean, they were world travelers. They picked up things as they went around the world. Like the armor there came from Italy, came from Venice. We've had plenty of people who've, you know, farmhands, workforce and everything. And one time, probably about in '96, I was a little kid, and we had a farmhand walking through the house at dusk, and he was looking for my dad, and he was walking through here and took a look at the top of the stairs and claimed he saw my grandmother looking down from the top of the stairs at him. She had just passed away about 6-7 months prior to that. And of course he said that she was just kind of a transparent figure, like he knew her personally and knew what she looked like and everything. And,
so familiar.
Yeah. And of course my first question was how many beers that he had to drink.
Right.
And he answered not enough. So after that I believed him.
Right, right.
This room right here, this is called the breakfast room. It's where they did all their informal dining. And right above us here, there's some bedrooms that, like I said, were added on. That's where my grandparents stayed. And I mean, they slept here every night because they lived here. And just one night out of the ordinary, they heard noise come from down this room, like someone's down here breaking everything. So it was the loudest noise they ever heard of in their lives. My grandpa was actually too scared to come down and check out what it was at the time because he thought it was an intruder robbing him, and he didn't want to get hurt, I guess. And so when they came down the next morning, nothing was broken out of place, and they could never figure out where the noise came from. Music box, this is an old Regina music box. It does sometimes play by itself. Yeah, and I mean, my grandparents would have visitors staying here at the house, and just be sleeping in the guest rooms, and the music box would start playing, and they'd run out here to see who it was, and they would never see anybody. And I mean, I hear it play every once in a while.
Is it like how long would you say that it plays?
Well, it can play anywhere from 1 minute to 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh wow!
And sometimes, like with the old piece like this, it would get caught up and like a vibration might send it playing. But even when I'm downstairs and there's no reasonable explanation for it, it'll just start playing. This is what we call Nadine's dress room. And that right there is her wedding dress. Dates back to 1872. Above it's her wedding photo, to the left is her wedding invitation. This is actually the room that Nadine died in. They actually took her body out of the room, took her all the way to Boonville where the funeral house was. When they came back to get some clothes for the funeral, the door in this room was locked from the inside. Now they had no idea how that happened, But you can't get into this room from that window right there because that just leads to a hallway. But even when they came in through the window to unlock it from the inside, it still wouldn't budge. So they spent days just picking at it, trying to bust it open, trying to do whatever they could, and nothing worked. So my grandfather just decided to try the door handle every day, and on the 5th day they tried it, the door was just unlocked.
By itself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, while we were doing our pre-investigation walk around with Jamie, we went into Nadine's room, and with her dress being in there and all the nostalgic stuff in there, it was kind of a really creepy feeling.
One time my sister worked here when she was growing up too. One time she actually claimed she was looking out that window there, and the way the house is shaped, you look out that window, you can see into another window to where the dresses are. Mm-hmm. And she actually said she saw somebody looking back at her.
Really?
Yeah.
Just started playing by itself.
Well, how about I get your interview standing next to it?
Yeah, me and Justin, we were walking that way, and the music player started playing all by itself. As we were setting up cameras and stuff like that, I was walking on the 2nd floor and walking by, and the music box that supposedly was starting by itself, the reports has been, started playing by itself. And I was probably a good 12 feet away from it whenever it started playing. Me and Justin was walking by checking stuff out, and we just kind of froze when it started playing and looked back, and we're like, did that just really happen? We're trying to get the camera set up real quickly. Hopefully we can capture some of this stuff on the DVR system and all that stuff too.
This thing doesn't run on a timer, does it?
No, there's a handle on the other side that you have to, there's a handle on the side that Mike's standing on that you have to crank for a while.
For a while, and it's playing for a long time. So we've already got some kind of activity going on. We'll be able to catch more evidence, so we're going to get set up real quick and get this rolling. All right. All right, this is
Mike and Chris
in the room where the lady died at, and the door locked itself. So here we go. Is there anybody in here that would like to speak with us? Is there a lady in this room that died that would like to talk with us?
If you are in here with us, can you just give us some sign of your presence?
Can you move anything? Make a noise?
Can you make the device in my hand light up? Can you make the lights go across?
Base rating is 31 degrees.
It's pretty cool. Why does somebody come upstairs?
I think it's Kristen. Yeah, apparently she died in here, and the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And that, like, after 5 days, it just unlocked by itself, right?
Unlocked by itself. Nobody could get in there. This was actually the wedding dress that she wore when she got married. And here's her picture. Nadine. So on the 2nd floor, as we walked into Nadine's room, we had this feeling that kind of like something was there. It was really kind of odd. Feel free to communicate.
At any time with us.
What does that smell? It was what is that? You smell it? Smell right here. That was a weird smell, because like over here, it's normal, but I don't smell it now. That was weird.
What does it smell like?
Honestly, the best way to describe it, I would say like something dead. 34. Can you make that noise again?
I hear that.
Make it louder.
This was a nursery.
Originally, that room right there was a nursery. Then later, this became a nursery too. Apparently, this Ouija board was found here on Halloween.
Like somebody brought it out, or?
They just found it in a box that was stored here. Is that you making that noise?
Mm-hmm. That's why it was
Okay.
it's a board.
If somebody's in this room, can you please just give us a sign of your presence?
That wasn't me.
Huh?
That wasn't me.
Also on the second floor, we walked into another room which used to be where the kids were. And on the bed there was some clothes, and then there was this old Ouija board that was just, it was just creepy seeing that there. It was just like people been there playing the things they shouldn't been.
Is this house your pride? Is this one thing that you were proud of in your life?
It's really weird. I thought I saw a shadow right over here.
Did you hear that noise?
Huh?
Did you hear that noise when it happened?
Oh,
You didn't hear a
it was
noise?
your stomach, right?
No. That wasn't me that time. Oh. That wasn't me. I would have felt it.
I thought that was her stomach.
No, it was like that.
Yeah.
No.
That wasn't your stomach.
No. That's why I said, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I just thought that was your stomach.
No. I would have said, that's me. While we were investigating the Colonel's room, my stomach was really kind of messing up that night, and it made a sound, and I told everybody that, that was my stomach. But then just like 2 minutes later, there's a sound almost exactly similar to it that my stomach didn't make. And Mike was like, was that you? And I had to tell him, nope, I didn't make that sound. So throughout the place, we did get quite a few unnerving noises.
This rocking chair's moving by itself, dude. I'm being rocked.
You safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Hold on, let me get up. That's a little freaky.
As we were investigating one of the guest bedrooms upstairs, Mike was actually sitting in a chair just asking questions for our EVP session, and he said that the rocking chair he was sitting on felt like it was moving, and so he continued to move for him, and it was a really creepy experience. Stop it for a second. See if they can do it again.
Can you rock the chair again? Move the chair. Move the chair again like you were doing when I was sitting in it.
You can do it. We believe in you.
It was crazy. I was sitting there and it was like, I wasn't even rocking. I was sitting still and all of a sudden I started rocking. Make the music player play music. I want to hear this music again. Watch out, there's the thing there.
Set off the alarm.
Come on, do it. Make it start playing music.
We heard it play earlier. Play it now.
Are you not going to entertain the company?
Are you too weak? Are you scared of us? Are you running from us that you just can't do it?
Show us that you're here. Make it play.
Make this meter move.
What was that?
Where?
That
Just over in that corner. You heard it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard it from
I
back
heard
there.
it.
But it sounded more like over here.
It's weird.
Yeah, right over here in that corner, in that right look. Yeah.
That's what I heard in the room.
Try to go in the room and see if there's anything on the corner over there.
Move the rocking chair.
Say something.
Can you do anything?
Possibly not strong enough.
Too weak, just as I thought.
Come on, show yourself.
this the window they say that they saw?
This one right here. Stared into the other windows.
A whisper? You can only whisper?
Say your name.
Say your name so we can hear it.
I came in and checked out all the reports of the place being haunted and stuff. We went through, did our investigation, and here we are back here to show you what evidence that we caught. We got some EVPs, and we also did get some video. So I want to run these by you and see, what you think about them. And when you hear the EVPs, try to listen to it and see what you think that you hear there, what it could possibly be saying or whatever, your take of it. This first one was to tuck in the attic when we were up there investigating. Let's see here.
I don't know what the hell it is. I can't think of it.
I hope it's not saying help me, because that's kind of scary, but
Right. This one was
Up in the guest room.
in the guest room.
If there is, could you tell us your name?
do hear what it's kind of what it's saying.
Right.
And,
Does it sound like a female voice to you or a male's voice?
I don't know. It almost sounded childlike, almost.
Again.
You don't even have to.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not here, Nadine, so we're gonna go see if we can find you someplace else.
You dating?
Do you have any takes on what it might be saying?
I don't know. It kind of gives me shivers. Kind of sounds like my grandma's voice whenever she was in her old age.
Really?
And yeah, and someone said that they did spot my grandmother in here one time after she had passed.
Really? Well, that kind of gives us some insight a little bit, because we could not place that voice with any of our investigators at all. We're like, I don't know who that is, and I can't understand what it's saying. So, ready?
Make these meters move.
Definitely make that out.
You make that out?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's definitely not a voice of anybody on our team. We've cross-examined it and cross-examined it, and that's not of us for sure. And this is, okay, man. We might have to up this one a little bit.
Are you in here?
Could you hear that?
Yeah, towards the end.
Alright, this so far is pretty good evidence that we've caught here on the video. I would say this is probably the best evidence video-wise that we've caught here. When we play it, down here on the bottom of the screen, you're going to see something that comes into the camera that we can't explain. And the way it comes into the camera and the way that it leaves the camera is the reason why we decided to count this as evidence for this place. All right. You can watch down in this area right here. See how it just popped into the screen? And then
it just disappears. And then that cat actually reacts to it. He goes up the halfway of the stairs and turns around and looks.
Huh.
And it's clear as day it's not the cat, because the cat apparently appears black and white on the camera. And if it was the cat, it would be a little bit bigger, I think, that close. The way it comes into the screen is it looks like it's trying to manifest itself, like out of nothing. And it's like, just like, bam, it's there. And then it just disappears the same way. It's like, just gone. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words about it, but so yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it.
Is that pretty much the first video evidence that you've ever had?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We got a few more that I want to show you. Now, they're not as strong as that, but I want to still show you what we got.
Okay.
Now see, we don't count orbs as evidence, but this was something I want to kind of show you. Weird directions of how these lights and dust particles are moving.
Wow, because it almost looks like it's coming in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think this is in this same area. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It looked like something like white went through there. Part?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I wanted to show you that. Don't really know what that could be. Just some kind of movement. And then we have some other ones here for you, hopefully. Let's see here. Oh.
The split?
Yeah, right in here, you will see like a streak. It looks like a cut through like energy or something. You see it? Mm-hmm. And what's really weird about this is that like dust orbs or, you know, things that people say that are orbs, you know, are usually moisture or dust that's floating around the house, and they're always circle. Mm-hmm. And this right here is like just like a slash, like something cut through something, and there's light immencing from it, and then it just out of nowhere. It's not coming in through like airflow or anything. It just appears out of nowhere.
Huh.
During this time, on the DVR system and everything, and the regular film that we shot for the show, everybody's accounted for. Everybody's actually downstairs. While in the danger room or whatever, something moves the camera, jerks it. I want you to check that out. It's really quick, it's really abrupt, but you can actually tell that something jerks the camera.
It just moves it just that little bit.
Just that little bit.
That was one of the wireless cameras too, wasn't it?
No, that was hardwired.
It's hardwired, yeah. But we had it around something, so it's not gonna like, you know.
It's pretty solid on there.
The spools, yeah.
It just moves just that little bit.
Just a hair.
And if anybody would have, you know, everybody was accounted for, but if anybody would have hit a wire, it would have pulled.
Probably pulled it off or it fell over or something. But we're glad that we're able to kind of help you out and stuff like that. We're glad we're able to get some evidence for you so that way you can connect and know that, you know, things are going on here. By all the evidence and stuff like that that we've captured and that we've presented to you today, in my professional opinion, I feel that Ravenswood is haunted.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to, it's not malicious.
No.
You know, it's just, you know, there's been so many generations of family in this house.
So much history. You know, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It's never hurt anybody. You know, and it could possibly be, we don't like the name ghost because, you know, there's been reports that, you know, somebody who died in Texas has been haunting a place in, you know, Nevada. But there's so much history and stuff on this land and in this house, you know, it could possibly be, it is a possibility that your family is still here looking over everybody.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, it's part of the family, and it's a descendant of the people who lived here. I think if it were haunted, that you're right, I would have nothing to worry about.
Right, right. I'm sure they're just trying to live here and keep memories. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we can work together in the future, and if you have any questions, please feel free to call us at any point in time.
Definitely.
Right. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead.
Hi. How did you feel about Kindred Moon Paranormal Society?
A very professional group. It did show me stuff I was a little skeptical before, and I think I'm a lot more open to believing now after the evidence was presented to me. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more work with the group to see if we can't find even more evidence inside the house.
Hi, this is Mike McDonald with Kindred Moon Paranormal, and on this tech special of this episode, I'd like to introduce the air ion counter. It measures the positive and negative air ions, which is believed to be manipulated when a ghost is trying to manifest himself.